Danielle. Thank you for letting me do your birth chart reading and happy Valentine's Day. So I already have your cards pulled out and I can notice right away that there's a whole lot of red going on. So that means that you have a whole lot of fire in your personality, which is high energy and activity and just that go get it type of vibe. So we can go ahead and get started with your cards. You do have an Aries rising, which is fire. And your rising sign is how you appear to people in new situations and when you first meet people. So like your first impressions, the first impression that people get from you. And just like Amelia Earhart, you've got moxie, girl. So Aries rising engages courageously. They take initiative. They thrive in new situations. They act first. They're the first to act. And they're straightforward and honest. And you have a Mars chart ruler. So next up we have your sun sign, which is in the earth element of Capricorn. So it's practical and grounded. And this is exists ambitiously, takes a step-by-step approach, has a practical nature, and strives to achieve. Another cool thing about Capricorn is that they have their own personal standard of excellence. So what they strive to achieve what they feel are their personal goals. So that's really cool. Nobody else is ruler. And then your sun is actually in the 9th house. So you can see here by the backpack, the 9th house is about travel, exploration, experience, and ultimately wisdom. So the nickname for this placement is going to be the Guru. And I think that does explain you quite well, Danielle, because you do know a lot about a lot of different things and you're very good at giving tips and advice, and you have that know-how for all different things in life. So you are a guru. Next up, we have your moon placement. Now, your moon is your emotional nature and your inner self. So to me, your moon is your most truest self. You can decide if you resonate with that or not, though. And you have this in an air sign. So air sign is not something that necessarily deals with feeling, and the moon is feeling. So an air sign is going to be more of a thinking type of energy. So with having it in your moon in Gemini, you're going to feel intellectually. So you might think through your feelings a lot rather than actually feeling them. You seek intellectual stimulation, so you're going to need intellectual stimulation to feel emotionally satisfied. They have a hand in everything and they're very curious. And then since the moon changes so frequently, and Gemini is also very frequently changing and things like that, the emotions can change quite frequently as well. And we see this in your mood ring, right? Because that thing has never been the same color twice. And it is absolutely fascinating and just a tad bit terrifying. And also you need variety and change to feel emotionally stimulated. So, and your moon also falls in the 3rd house. And I don't know if I hope I mentioned that is Gemini, if you couldn't see there. And then it also falls in the 3rd house, which we have a telephone there because the 3rd house represents communication. So your emotions are all tied in with communication, girl. It's very important for the people around you to be communicated with you and stimulating you intellectually, like to learn new things, know about everything. So it's very fitting that this is the intellectual connection. So next up we have your Mercury sign, and your Mercury is how you think and communicate. And you have another fiery placement here with the Sagittarius Mercury. So Sagittarius Mercury speaks optimistically. They look for the why, and you kind of actually taught me that. And they're resolute in their convictions. They may go on mental adventures because Sagittarius is all about adventure and exploring, and Mercury is about thinking and communicating. So you can think, you can have all these explorations in your mind, and that's pretty cool. And then they also see the brighter side of things. And then your Mercury also falls in the 9th house, so that backpack house of travel, exploration, higher learning, and ultimately wisdom. Because in order to gain wisdom, what do we have to do in life? We have to experience stuff, okay? And then since it's Mercury and this is how you think and communicate, this is the cunning convincer. So you have a way with words and a way with getting people to see things your way. So that's one of your superpowers. And then your Venus, which is how you love, is also on fiery Sagittarius. So this is loves freely, has a mix of lighthearted and serious. They need to have meaning for the relationship. So again, looks for the why. Like, what is the purpose? What is the meaning of this? They want to experience everything together. So Sagittarius, again, they want to take that backpack and whether it's literal travel or travel through intellect or books or whatever way it's done, you want to just explore this life and live it up. Like, don't forget that about your nature. That's very important. And then also in love, you need room to grow and not be held back. So Sagittarius does not like to be put in a cage. And a lot of things can become a cage for a Sagittarius. So you need room to be free and fly and go do that Sag thing that y'all love to do. Okay, and then your Venus is also in the 9th house. And like we said, Sagittarius doesn't like to be put in a cage. And this is love. So I call this the hippie love. So this kind of love is that free love, that no rules love, that let's just live life, no war, peace, like let's go do some fun stuff, and without all the rules and societal constraints that are typically put into relationships and love. So I really like that placement. And then last but not least, we have your Mars sign. So this is one of my favorite placements in the whole zodiac. And you have a Scorpio Mars. So here's where we see a little bit of water come into your mix here. And this is going to be how you take action and how you go for your goals. So this is acts willfully, has a focused tunnel vision, emotionally driven, devoted to their passion, and they go hard for what they want. So I want to also mention that your sun, your moon, and your rising are your 3 big characteristics that are going to make up your personality. Your Mercury, Venus, or Mars, these are more like tools that you can utilize to get the job done. So in order for things to go your way and get the outcome that you desire, you have to use your energy. So don't forget to tap into that badass Scorpio Mars energy when you need to get the job done. Okay? And then you have your Mars in the 7th house. And you can see that is the relationship house. Like the wedding ring represents that. Now, Mars is the god of war. So it is a little tricky having this in the 7th house, which is about relating to others and thinking of others first. Mars definitely doesn't like to ask anybody's permission or do any sugarcoating to get the job done. So it could be a little bit challenging having it in your house of relationships. Now, I can say that you're going to go hard for your relationships. You're going to fight for them, and you're going to put a lot of energy towards them. So it's like a good and a bad, but so then the nickname for this is going, since the 7th house is about relating to others, relationships, not about self, and this is going to be the partner in crime. So I hope that you liked your little birth chart reading. I know that you're more, you've been studying astrology for quite a while now, and I'm very proud of how far you've come along, and this is just a basic, simple reading, but I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if you felt it was accurate or if you felt anything wasn't quite right, because we can always go back to the drawing board. Thank you. Bye-bye, Danielle. Okay, so I just wanted to come back and add one more thing. When we have all of your cards laid out like this, we can see very clearly that you have a lot of red fire in your chart and a lot of yellow air in your chart, which makes up your personality. And we can see there's only a little bit of earth and water going on here. So we can talk later about techniques that you can use if you want to try and incorporate more of this energy into your life, which is going to be emotions and grounding. So just thought wanted to come back and add that. Anyways, thank you for watching, Danielle.